Hi, friends. It's Sleepy, and I'm back for another behind the scenes video. I am prepping for the next decade because I am still working on that recap. It is a tedious task to do recaps, but I really appreciate them later on. So I'm going to just keep doing these little things in the meantime. Right now, I was thinking about some of the storylines coming in 1340, and one I think I'm really excited about is Lord Kame and his mistress Magdalene traveling to the war camp, and the war camp is a good week or two away depending on how you're traveling. And these folks are probably going to travel on horseback. Maybe there's one cart, but I don't really feel like they're bringing too much with them aside from people and a few trunks. Maybe there's one cart. So it's going to be slow-ish going. And I figured they probably would need to stop midway. Now, Lord Kame and Valus don't own another estate on the way to the war camp. Shocking. I know. I feel like noble lords probably have a couple residences they could use. I'm not too sure on that. I don't know if these guys are like really high up there, but these guys, they have to spend a night at an inn, a tavern, an inn, if you will. And this tavern came with the save file I use. I use the old version of the Tales of Yore save file by Devon the Simmer. It's always linked in my description box. And that was the Witcher Tavern. And it's in the Wood Grove neighborhood. And I did not need to do a lot to it. Now I moved on to the war camp. And at the war camp, I felt like I needed to do a lot more changes to get ready for the visiting lord. And they don't have like excessive funds here to gussy up the place, but they are going to use everything they have, because if they can impress Lord Kame and make him content, then it is likely he will be more generous in offering more funding to the camp. And we have not seen action yet, but that doesn't mean that fighting won't happen in the future for these men. And, you know, it is a little unfortunate that we're like using up resources and not really doing anything with this base yet, or these people that we have to take care of here. So I was just looking around at what would make sense. I also wanted to flesh it out even a little more, add more details. And I know that I wanted to make the commander tents more comfortable, because I think Kame and Magdalene would use those. Yes, Magdalene will be traveling in style, and she also needs to be impressed. Don't forget, one of your ways to Lord Kame's good side is to have the favor of his mistress. She is all the joy and mirth and goodness that Kame might have. I say goodness with like a hefty amount of sarcasm. Uh, they're not good people. Sorry, Mags. They're selfish people. But goodness as in, if you want, just their generous side, okay? Here, I was thinking about, oh, they probably have like, I should show like supplies coming in or something. Like the camp just needed to be more cluttered. And I thought those cargo boxes were kind of fitting. And then I was like, we don't have a well up in this joint. I didn't know where to put it. Because where are we getting our water from, you know? I don't know where I ended up sticking it. I think out front. Oh yeah, this is a different type of video for me. I don't know what I'm doing. So, oh, hold on 1 second. Here is where I start contemplating, can I make these commander tents look more permanent, more, I don't know, just decked out. But Oh, I like that. There was these weird partitions. I think it just looks so lovely. Pretend the curtain isn't sheer. Okay, and then I figured Kim and his entourage need a better place to dine, so I'm setting up their own table here under this canopy. And I wanted to put these like little candelabra things, but they seemed corrupted. I didn't trust it. I couldn't delete them normally with the like build by delete hammer. So I destroyed them. But anyway, um I'm hoping I have the recap for us next week or the week after that. Because I really would like to get back to regular episodes. Guess I sort of been taking a break. I feel like there's been a lot going on in my life or life in general, and my focus has been elsewhere, and my cup hasn't really been that full. I haven't felt like I've had a lot of time for things I enjoy. Um, I'm not trying to be salty. I just mean like I just felt like I had a lot of responsibility for others I had to attend to. So I didn't have time to be playful and goofy with Sims. Also, I just feel like I wanted to prove to myself that a slower pace is fine too. Maybe my episodes could have a little more thought put in. Sometimes I feel like I'm flying by the seat of my pants too much. I had to rethink like my whole daily life schedule. Right here, I am just fleshing out the tabletop to make it look like it's getting used. And they definitely have all metal cups and plates for these folks. Only the finest things for them. And they got the nice candle holders. Obviously, we're going to have wine on the table. And they get a little tablecloth because they have a nicer setup. Yeah, these are the candles I try to use, and I couldn't delete the regular way. And I was like, let me just not use them because what if they're like bad CC and they corrupt my save? I can't have that. I will say the kitchen dining area of the war camp is my favorite section. It's not often I flex on the cluttering, but I think I kind of enjoy it. I don't consider myself a builder though. I am just a clutterer. I can fill it. I just can't make it. See, there I am destroying it with the shift click. Also, that wine bottle starts to like glitch. So goodbye. The other one turned metal colored. So I replaced those for the most part. I think I left one behind. I don't know. I like being at the work camp in this capacity. Not necessarily when I'm playing, but I like building in it, decorating it. It's fun to think about what they might have. So I spend a lot of time here. Other things I'm doing to get ready for 1340 is I'm updating my family tree. I use Family Echo. That's linked below. Spoilers if you're not caught up. I'm working on updating that, getting... Oh, sorry. Hit my mic. I'm working on getting any family members I don't have portraits of. I'm also working on filling crops, like actually doing that. When I say I'm going to do it all the time, I never fill those farms up. I'm going to fill the farms up. I'm also having to age folks. They've been aged like by like the game. They're adult, let's say. They're in the right stage. But I have a lot of characters that are looking a little young for their age, especially during a time with no sun protection. And all of my Sims are at best, maybe... Well, Joseph's farm, they're like middle class merchants, I feel like, but they're outside. Like all these folks, they gotta have wrinkles or something. So I'm working on that. I want a good crow's feet skin detail. I gotta work on finding that. But I'm aging up. In this video, you'll get to see me age up John. I'm just gonna give him a little makeover for having to endure a couple years at this war camp already. Oh, look at the fruit bowl I put out because, you know, luxury. We are trying to impress game. Okay. And you'll also see me give Miles just a little tiny makeover to, you know, kind of make him look 43. But I feel like I ended up going soft on him anyway. And then we do a Joseph 57 off camera. I need to do Anne a little bit, Edith a bit. And then other things that are coming up. Oh, I gotta update all my side families still. Like, I have characters who should be teens now, and I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. I've kind of been avoiding my save file because of all the crazy game updates and getting ready for the new expansion pack. And I'm like just so scared of corrupting my save sometimes. Another issue that happened, and I was like dreading trying to figure out how to fix it. And folks, I figured out that I can't fix this. I don't know how I did this by accident. A long time ago, I made John as Robert's dad. So, it's a lot. And I can't fix the relationships because Robert's ghost doesn't exist anymore. Even when I get rid of relationship tidbits on all the characters through MC command, I still, the menus, like the pie menus, won't give me romantic interactions. It still considers Sims who aren't blood related as blood related because of that screw up with John and Robert's relationship. Because once upon a time, because of For Rent, I did have my save file corrupt once before, and I had to download everyone from the library and redo the save. And so I had to reestablish relationships myself between extended family and whatnot. And clearly it led to an error. But back to my war camp makeover, I had to add some funds, and I decided to add like their own little privy for Kame and Magdalene. I'm gonna add some privacy to it, I think now. And I gave the trunk for their luggage. So cute. So the other issue with the family faux pas I did with John and Robert is there was some storylines I was contemplating. Who am I kidding? We've all kind of talked about it. Particularly, there's been a few people who mentioned that like Raven and Tompkin would be cute. Well, my game thinks they're cousins, so they will never autonomously have a romantic reaction, and I'll never get like an attraction pop up or anything. So I'm kind of super bummed about it. I guess I'm calling out. Do any of you know a solution? I think I've spoken to like maybe one person about it in my Discord. I was kind of playing some of my ideas close to the chest, but at this point, I think I have to rework my ideas anyway, so it doesn't matter. But let me know in the comments if you know. Look at that little privy and get a little candle in there. This place is highly flammable. I wonder if there'll ever be a fire. But yeah, I'm so proud of this joint. Love it. I think, is this the point where I was like, oh no, I think my game froze? It might be. I was panicking. It took a while. Oh yeah, some other things I will work on updating. If you don't know already, I do have a Discord. It's invite only. I have the link in my description box. In my Discord, I have a category that is just a bunch of channels of each active household. Well, actually, it's just each household that we might care about in my UDC save. And in that channel, say like Air's household, I'll have a portrait and a little blurb of who each sim is and the relations and their age. So if you're ever like forgetting because there's a lot of different family members, that's a good reference. I hope it is. And I do need to update it for 1340. But I do make sure I update it when people age up at least, or when people die, they'll get removed. So those channels will always only have the current people who are in that household right now. And I think that's nice to have, even for me. And then I also have a in memoriam category with all the Sims who have died and a little information about who each of those are. I always do the children as adults, what they would have looked like. Here I grabbed a John, and I think I ended up giving him just some extra eye bags. It's hard to make him look old. I think he's just got a young face. He's one of those men. I thought maybe a little facial hair would help. So I went with the little goatee moment. Is it a goatee if you don't have the mustache? I don't know. And then I was like, let's look at hair. I was thinking maybe his hair grew. But then I was like, nah, maybe he shaved it or chopped it off out of necessity or frustration, annoyance. Like, I'm over it. So I think I end up looking for a short hairstyle. Oh, I kind of like that one now that I'm looking at this. It went by so fast. And, you know, as usual, I'm going through the entire hair catalog. Yeah, I think I went with this. He had it as a teen. It does not help him look older, but whatever. Just wanted to give John another look, I guess. Oh, Sir Rylan. I cannot wait to get my first episode going because I plan on... Oh, sorry, I'm paused here because my kid was talking to me. I plan on the entourage traveling with Kim and Magdalene to the war camp. I plan on it being Sir Rylan, Sam, Kim and Magdalene, obviously, and I'm likely pulling someone from the gallery to just be like a hired guard. And then I want us all to like imagine this entourage is bigger because I did some light research that typically noble folks or people with money did travel with like an entourage or a guard, hired guard, because the roads were dangerous. So I want that vibe. And for another new character I'm making is going to be we're gonna finally meet one of Lord Kame's advisors. He's not on the trip though. He's gonna be at the castle with Lady Mila. So that's gonna be something. Here I'm doing Miles's little age up makeover. I know I've shared plenty of times in like Discord. I don't know if I mentioned it on my videos before, but Miles is a sim of mine that came from a different save file, and I used a Tom Hiddleston from the gallery as his dad with a sim I made, and then it born was Miles, and he just has such a unique face shape. I never would have made this sim myself. Like, I don't know, that was just such a interesting moment in my sim's life here, and he's probably like a fave, even though he annoys the crap out of me. Well, he used to annoy me really bad. I like him now, but he cannot wear any of this hair on his face at all. Maybe that, but I took it off. And I gave him too much frown line. I'll get rid of that. And then I contemplated some gray hair. I think I did pick one that just wasn't too strong. And I changed his hairstyle. Even though I really like this hair, actually. I'm a little sad I changed it. But he's supposed to like he needs to just fade to the back for me a bit. Like, we're on to Gen 3, so he's gotta, you know, not hog the screen, not hog the story. He's gotta knock it off. So maybe we gotta ugly him up a bit. I think I go with this hair here. It's got a little va-va-voom to it. Do I change his... Hairline? No, I just get rid of the frown lines. Whatever, that's fine. All right, now for Joseph. I think I decide he's pretty all set. I just change up his hair color to make him grayer. But, you know, I do like a mix. A mix. I think I make his beard and eyebrows not so gray. Just that chest hair and the top of his head. Oh, my Joseph. I wish he was a happier man. So, friends, I hope that we'll be rocking and rolling with 1340 soon. You might get another video of these. Maybe I'll make those new characters. I'm not positive. I would love to have the recap done instead first, but I just don't know what the week is going to bring me. Every day's different, right? So I want to thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care, friends.